Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces, the more challenging side of this. Neptune, on its more challenging aspects, is associated with words like illusion, vagueness, disorientation, confusion, and even, in some cases, deception. Mars, when it's in a challenging way, is more known for its more aggressive, violent, overly assertive and projective and completely insensitive nature. Put these two together when they're in a bad way in Pisces, and you look at the global output, you can expect a lot of emphasis over the coming week on big pharma, and I would not be at all surprised if over the coming 3 or 4 days there were to be a lot of news about the drug industry, about how drugs are going to have to go up in price and become increasingly unavailable to those people who allegedly most need them. Personally, I think that the drug industry is nothing but a scam, and that most people could get by without chemical medicines if they improved their diet and managed their lifestyle and exercise correctly. But that's a personal opinion, of course. Also, you can expect not only news from Big Pharma, but you can expect over the coming few days with Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces, significant revelations about the oil industry. It's pretty clear now that the oil price, which has dropped 60% in the last 3 months, is going to stay around the level it is now for the next few years. Which kind of makes me wonder, if the oil price has dropped 60%, how come the petrol price at the tanks has only dropped 5 or 10%? And it makes me wonder, if they can drop the oil price to $50 or $45 a barrel, then the justification for putting it back up to $110 or $120 a barrel in times to come is going to be very shallow and insubstantial indeed. The big oil thing that's going on at the moment is that the Saudis are really sort of digging to the bottom of the barrel in order to stop the frackers from flooding the market with cheap oil. On the one hand, I'm really pleased with this because it's stopping fracking, it's making fracking unviable, and all the people who have put lots of money into investments in fracking are going to be bankrupt very, very soon. Oh dear, how sad, never mind. Fracking is on its way out, but I'd rather it was being done as a result of environmental pressure rather than responding just to Saudi Arabian and Qatari financial pressure. Nevertheless, the less we use oil in the future, the happier I will be. I note with interest that South Australia, got some good clients in Adelaide, is actually leading the world now, along with Britain, when it comes to wind-powered technology. But in Australia, there seems to be the political will, whilst in England, there really is not. Mars conjunct Neptune is also not only connected with oil and big pharma, it's also connected with drugs, and I do expect over the coming year massive changes in drug laws over the world. There's supposed to be some big conference in 2016, which I think is going to see major reorganisation of the drug laws worldwide and reclassification of a number of drugs. 1 or 2 to more extreme, and the majority far less, I hope. Also, there's processed foods. The amount of excretia, to be polite, that they put in our processed foods, the amount of chemicals, non-digestible substances. Maybe it's just me, it's just my opinion. I've got no evidence to back this up, but in my opinion, people who eat lots of processed food generally end up obese, dumbed down and unhealthy, and they die young as a result of all the pharmaceuticals and the chemicals they take to combat their depression caused by processed food. Big pharma and processed food are just different sides of the same story. Sensible people with Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces on the challenging perspective will look at what they eat and go, wait a minute, I'm poisoning myself. Let's eat some fresh vegetables and salad and fruit, and let's get healthy. The challenging side of Mars conjunct Neptune is that it can really bring despondency and depression. Not so much despair, although that's a potential, and not melancholy, because that's relatively light. But this is serious. This is despondency and despair and depression, perhaps. And there is a sense of powerlessness amongst certain individuals with this. So if you've got Mars conjunct Neptune in your chart, or if you're being affected by the Mars conjunct Neptune over the coming few days, don't beat yourself up about it too much. It's only going to last a few more days. But take the opportunity to really look at your lifestyle and clean your act up. There you go, Mars conjunct Neptune on the challenging side. Catch you later.